Hi friends, issuing a temporary resident visa in Canada, new procedures. Before going to the details of new procedure of issuing a temporary resident visa in Canada, we must know that. What is a temporary resident in Canada? A temporary resident in Canada is a person from another country who has been allowed to enter Canada for a short period. This could be for different purposes, such as visiting, studying, or working. For someone to become a temporary resident, they must meet certain legal requirements. These requirements depend on the type of visit they're planning, whether they are coming as a tourist, an international student, a temporary worker, or on a temporary resident permit. Only individuals who are physically present in Canada can be considered temporary residents. These individuals are authorized to stay for a specific time, subject to certain rules, such as how long they can remain in the country. How Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, processes temporary resident applications. Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, handles applications from people who want to enter Canada temporarily. These applications fall under various categories. Temporary resident visas, visitor visas. Electronic travel authorizations, ETA. International students. Temporary workers. Temporary resident permits. Key points about temporary residents. Temporary residents must adhere to the conditions of their visa, including the duration of their stay. The conditions may vary depending on the type of visa they hold and their specific situation. This is the Travel Tree YouTube channel. We are dedicated to providing you with valuable insights in the realms of travel, immigration, and visa matters. Our goal is to keep you informed with the latest news and updates regarding immigration, policies and visa announcements. Today, we will discuss new procedures of temporary resident visa in Canada. Before we dive into the main content of our video, we kindly ask you to watch until the end to fully grasp the details. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. This way, you'll be notified as soon as we upload our next exciting video. Now, let's discuss the latest updates regarding the temporary resident visa, TRV, new process. New procedures for visitor visas to Canada. Recently, IRCC updated its guidelines for processing multiple entry visitor visas, which are a type of temporary resident visa. These changes only apply to new applications. Any visas that have already been issued before these updates will not be affected. What's changed? Previously, multiple entry visas were automatically granted for a maximum validity of 10 years. However, the new rules give visa officers more freedom and flexibility. They can now decide, on a case-by-case basis, whether to issue a single-entry or multiple-entry visa and how long the visa should be valid. In short, visa officers now have more control over deciding the type of visa, single-entry or multiple-entry. The length of the visa's validity will be assessed based on the specific situation of each applicant. Visa validity under new rules. Under the new guidelines, visa officers will carefully consider each visa application. They will decide how long the visa should be valid based on the applicant's personal circumstances and the purpose of their visit to Canada. Personal situation. This includes things like your ties to your home country, e.g., family, job, property, your financial status, and your overall situation. Reason for visiting. The officer will look at whether you are coming to Canada for a one-time event, such as a vacation or business trip, or if you need a visa for frequent travel. The officer may decide to issue a visa for a shorter duration than what you requested, based on the documents you provide and how you explain your situation in your application. Single-entry versus multiple-entry visas. The key difference between a single-entry and a multiple-entry visa is simple. A single-entry visa allows you to enter Canada once only. A multiple-entry visa lets you enter Canada multiple times during its validity period. While these two types of visas sound similar, the important factor is how long they are valid. Visa officers now have more discretion in deciding the visa's validity period, meaning it can vary depending on the applicant's case. How visa officers assess your application. When a visa officer reviews your application, they look at various factors to decide whether to grant a single-entry or multiple-entry visa and how long the visa will be valid. Here are some of the things they consider. Purpose of your visit. The officer will ask, is the person visiting for a one-time event, like a wedding or conference, or do they need a visa for regular trips to Canada? Your ties to your home country. Officers want to ensure that you plan to leave Canada when your visa expires. They will look at your family, job, property, or other connections that show you have reasons to return home. Your financial situation. Visa officers will check if you can support yourself during your stay in Canada without needing to rely on Canadian resources. Previous travel history. If you have traveled before, especially to other countries, the officer will check whether you followed the rules for your past visas. Good travel history can help show that you respect visa conditions. Health and medical conditions. In some cases, your health may be considered, particularly if it impacts your ability to stay in Canada for the duration of the visa. Importance of proper documentation. The way you present your application is very important. Clear, well-organized documents are crucial for visa approval. Be sure to provide all required documents and present a strong case for why you should be granted a visa. Summary of key changes. Visa officers now have more flexibility in issuing single-entry or multiple-entry visas and determining their validity period. They will review each application individually, taking into account the applicant's personal situation, financial status, and reason for visiting. Multiple-entry visas are no longer automatically granted for 10 years, each case will be evaluated on its merits. We hope this information helps you better understand the new procedures for applying for a temporary resident visa, visitor visa, to Canada. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more updates on immigration and travel-related topics. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, feel free to leave a comment below. We love hearing from you and appreciate your support. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to bringing you more useful content soon.